Hello, you beautiful souls. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Michelle. We talk all things life, love, spirituality, love attraction, all of that juicy goodness. We are here for our weekly energy reading. My guides have been having me sit down a lot and do a lot of like quick little pop-up readings. So I have two on my little, what do you want to call it? On my playlist to upload this week. What is that called? On my queue, I guess you can call it. I've been pumping those out so much that I almost forgot to sit down and do my normal weekly energy reading. So let's call on our guides and our angels, Archangel Michael, Archangel Metatron. Please open sacred space. Please only allow the highest and whitest light messages to come through. Bless me. Bless my cards. Bless my beautiful viewers. I love you all so much. And let's see what the energy is for this week. I've been doing a bunch of little short 6-card pulls for my Instagram followers. They just DM me and they ask for a spread. I send them 6 cards with a voice memo, all via Instagram. So if you want something like that, head over to my Instagram. The link is in my description box to my Instagram platform and just DM me and I'll pull some cards for you. It's just $43. 43 for my age this year. Okay, let's see what we got today. We have the honeybee, divine feminine. You are being called on to rise. I just heard the divine feminines are moving through a ton of fear this week. So if you feel yourself all of a sudden thinking thoughts that you haven't thought in a while, or maybe it's a resurfacing type of fear or a new fear, it could be fear of speaking, it could be fear of the law, it could be fear of maybe a partner abandoning you, it could be a fear of moving. But divine feminines are being called to step into their power. And remember, I don't know if you guys know this, so I probably shouldn't say remember, but I know that we are here to ascend and evolve. And when we are ascending, we are dropping off all the heaviness that we've been carrying our entire lives. So this fear stems from a childhood event where you didn't feel safe in your body. You didn't feel loved. Somebody did abandon you. And I just heard that sometimes your children, if you're a mom or dad, sometimes our children are expressing fear because they're showing us what's inside of us. So if you have a child right now who's expressing some sort of worry or anxiety, dive into that, right? Let's help them first. And then ask yourself, wow, how is this a mirror to me? How are they reflecting back to me what's living in me? Because as we know, we have ancestral wounds. So if our current children are feeling something, that's something that we've passed on to them, and they've now manifested a situation. Maybe it's bullying, maybe it's fearing going to a new school. And with all of the school events going on right now, school events in a not so positive way, you guys know what I mean, in the United States, it can be really scary to go to school nowadays. So kids are experiencing this type of fear. And we have to rise as divine feminines and we have to let them know, like, hey, I got you. Life has you. Your angels and guides have you. They will guide you out of a dangerous situation. And you can call on them at any time during school, or even if you're pulling your kids out of school and homeschooling them. You know, it is still a world that we're walking through and anything could happen at any moment. But if we call on our angels and guides and teach our kids to do this early on, they will walk through life without all of that built up fear. You know, the only thing that is greater than fear is love. So we have to be, and divine feminines, the honeybee, we represent love, sweetness, nurturing, a peaceful energy, a calmness about us. So we have to bring that to our families and our children. So you are being called to rise into your own feminine power, to instill that deep, deep faith that no matter where you are in the world, you are safe. We have to teach that to our children. Okay, we have the giraffe. I just got this in a personal reading. The bigger picture, take a step back and gather your thoughts and feelings. So the giraffe is like the universe, and it can see way in advance of what's going to happen, where we're going, and we're in the muck of it right now. Whatever you're going through in your personal life this week, you're so in it that sometimes we can't rise above and see the bigger picture. So for example, I was on a client call, speaking of children, and my client's daughter had dropped her laptop and broke the screen. And her daughter's father was so upset. He wanted to punish her because she tends to do this a lot. She tends to lose things, like really nice, expensive things. And it's almost like she's not taking care of the item. But on the call, I was guiding her to saying, hey, no, she's trying her best. It's not her fault that this is happening, but it's happening because she's self-sabotaging, because she's not feeling worthy of having nice things. So she's stumbling and kind of just losing things and forgetting things and dropping things because her nervous system is creating these scenarios because she doesn't feel loved. So she's proving herself to be true. Like, here I go again, messing something up, and mom and dad are not going to love me and they're going to abandon me. And how I knew this was true when we were on the call was as soon as I said all of this to my client was like, Michelle, that's the first thing she said to me. She's like, Mom, you're not going to love me anymore, are you? And that's us looking at the bigger picture. We're looking at why are our children even saying a sentence like that? Why are they even thinking that we don't love them? So we have to see the bigger picture here and go back to her childhood, her daughter's childhood, 0 to 7. What did she experience? Did she experience abandonment from a father figure? Did she experience a time where she did something wrong and she did feel unloved? Maybe one of the parents or grandparents or aunts or uncles or cousins, anybody could have made her feel this way, where she messed up and now she's like rejected for it. So now she's manifesting messing up a lot and she's almost trying to prove herself to be true that, yeah, people don't love me. So I'm going to kind of test them unconsciously. So when we become the giraffe, we become the universe, right? And we go higher and we ask ourselves, why is this happening? Where is this stemming from? And then imagine, you guys, if we had a world where we quickly address this with our children and we help them see more of their shadow. Her daughter's shadow is the idea that nobody loves her if she does something wrong, that she's going to lose love. And remember what I said earlier, the only thing greater than fear is love. It's the only thing that's real. It's steady. It's within us. So my client is going to go home with her daughter and teach her that she holds all the love she needs. And no matter what, her parents love her and she can mess up a million times and they're going to undo that conditioning with her. And I think she's like 13. So this is so wonderful that her mom is in my mentorship at this time because they can unpack this with her and not overlook it, not let it sit there and have this poor girl going through her life always feeling like if she doesn't do X, Y, and Z, then she'll lose love. So the giraffe is a reminder for all of us, and the divine feminines, the honeybee, it's a reminder for all of us, including the feminines, to step into your feminine power, be the honeybee, nurture your family, and look at the bigger picture here and try to figure out, where is this coming from? We have to study our children, and then we have to study ourselves and ask ourselves, how did this manifest? Are they showing me something that I can't see? Okay, now we're going to move on to the wild unknown spirit animal. We have the frog, which we had last time I did this. It was at the bottom of the deck, which is the subconscious mind. The frog is all about jumping back in the water, getting some rest, vacationing, go on a vacation this week if you can. I did one of those 6 card pulls for an old high school friend of mine who still follows me on Instagram. And she inquired about it like a week ago and was like, hey, are you still doing those card pulls? I'll Venmo you if you are. And I was like, yeah. And then she didn't text me anything and didn't Venmo. So I was like, oh, maybe she changed her mind. And then today she sent a message. She's like, I totally forgot. And I was like, divine timing. I'm like, this is perfect. So I quickly, it was good timing though. You know, I was saying it was divine timing because she forgot and then remembered on today. And it really was perfect timing because I had just sat down with all of my cards and I was like, perfect. I can pull cards like right now. You can get it instantly. So I pulled cards for her, sent her a long memo, and everything in the memo was spot on. My guides were telling me to tell her to take a vacation, and she's going to the beach this weekend. My guide said that she'd be getting money in 4 weeks, and a lawsuit that she is working on, it should be done by then, and she's going to get a kickback of money from that. So that was spot on. And then there was her dad had passed away, and I said something like, your bedroom's coming up. You need to clear the clutter in your bedroom. And I just heard, change your sheets. Well, little did I know, right before she sat down to listen to my memo, she was pulling the sheets out of the dryer and making her bed. And then she came to listen to the reading. And here I am saying, change your sheets. So that was her dad literally coming through me, giving her the message like, hey, babe, I am with you in your home right now. I see you changing your bedding, and I'm going to speak through Michelle and let you know that I am with you. And that's what our loved ones do. They totally show up for us. And we just got the Lamb card, which is listening to spirit. Spirit is always going to be bringing us messages through other people, through music, through children. And when we have our eyes, ears, and hearts open, we can hear it more clearly. So if you need one of those 6 card pulls, if you have not been hearing spirit, you feel a little lackluster in your life, you feel disconnected, I want you to know that if you book a quick reading with me, we will retether you and you'll feel that magic again. You'll start to feel like, oh my gosh, my loved one that crossed, or the universe or God is actually speaking right through Michelle to me. And it's confirming something I just did in my reality that nobody else would have known that I've done. And boom, it's proof that you are protected and you are safe. And that goes back to the message of when we're walking through life with fear, trust that your angels are always with you. They're literally confirming it through little mini readings like this. And you're never, ever, ever alone. Okay, let's do Ever Unfolding Heart. This is the first deck that I created in memory of my daughter, which inspired me to become a reader. After she passed at 6 weeks old in 2012, I went and saw a bunch of psychic mediums and I did not believe in them. And they all told me, Michelle, you're going to be doing this full time one day. And I was a high school gym teacher and I was like, yeah, right. And here I am 13 years later. It's my full time job. So psychic mediums can literally change your life. Your manifestation is about to arrive. Pretend like it's here now. What would you do today if you had it? Go do that. I love teaching this method of manifestation, that you be the person that has the thing. If you are manifesting, somebody's manifesting a new car, I just heard, I want you to get into your current car and have a photo of your new car on the dashboard somewhere or in the cup holder. So every time you're getting in the car, you're feeling like you're inside the new car that you want to manifest. And that goes with anything else that you're trying to manifest. You want to be the person that has it. So walk through life and be like, okay, what would I wear if I had it? Who would I be talking to if I, was married? Or what would I be cooking in the kitchen? Or would I be setting up 2 places at the dinner table for my spouse, my future spouse? You want to start doing those things. And it's so funny because I chose to wear this shirt for this reading and I don't know why I did. I just kind of randomly put it on. I literally have like athletic shorts on with this. But I bought this shirt. It's an oversized men's shirt. And I bought it to manifest my husband. And I'm wearing it, and I bought it because it's something I want him to wear one day, but I'm wearing it until he arrives. So that's how I'm manifesting a husband. So go do those things that are going to put you in the energy of having them. So this is me wearing his shirt because he's in my reality, and I went in his closet and I borrowed his shirt. So that's what my psyche was thinking when I was putting on this shirt. And I was not planning on sharing it with you guys in this reading, but I do all of those little things all the time. Okay, we have Ant Spirit, time to collaborate. So when I get the Ant card, I'm always being shown puzzle pieces because obviously it's on the card, but everything's going to be clicking into place this week. So the Divine Feminine is rising. The Giraffe, we're seeing the bigger picture. We're understanding our path and why things had to happen the way they did. We're listening and tuning into the signs from the universe with the Lamb here. And I just heard somebody asked God and the universe for a very, very specific sign, and you're going to get it this week. And this one sign is going to be leading you to collaborate with other people. And this collaboration could be the manifestation that you've been wanting to call in. And you guys are going to create such a beautiful line of work or service work or volunteer work. Spirit's saying it's going to be really impactful. So trust in this divine plan, trust in the bigger picture that you can't quite see yet. Now we're going to use Micah Magic. Let go of control. So you are not in charge of how this unfolds. You just show up each day and follow what feels good in your body. Pay attention to any messages you get, text messages, DMs, emails. You are awake now. Keep your light lit. So I just heard that somebody is woke and they're awake to this new path. They are done with the old life. They've gone through some sort of ego death and now they're experiencing this wake up where they're like, "Oh my gosh, I can't go back now. I know too much. I know who I want to be with. I know what I want to do. I know my mission now." So that's going to be happening this week. The divine feminine is rising, and I think the divine masculine is picking up on it and is wanting to join her. Okay, you are awake now. Keep your light lit. Let's keep going with Micah Magic. Ooh, we got two that just popped. Mother Mary is here to guide you. Co create your days. So, co create your days is you wake up every day and you imagine there's a whiteboard sitting in front of you, and God in the universe is like, "Hey, babe, put whatever you want on this board, and I'll do my best to bring it to you as quickly as I can." And our job is to write on the board the thing that we want the most. Literally, no hold back. You are asking for the biggest, most amazing, most joyous, most abundant thing, and you're letting it go and saying, "Mother Mary, please bring me this thing if it's going to serve the world, if it's going to serve me in my heart." And my throat chakra is going nuts right now, you guys. So my guides always make an interruption happen in my readings, whether it's a phone call, a text, something through my body. My heart will start pounding out of nowhere, and I'll talk about that, or my throat will move energy out through burping, through hiccups. So Mother Mary is here, and the mother energy is the divine feminine. So Mother Mary is connected to the honeybee card. And I just heard that somebody, this is really literal, somebody needs to start taking spoonfuls of honey every single day, raw honey. So that is something that if you're dealing with some sort of illness or sickness, spoonful of honey a day. You can also ferment some garlic in honey, put it in a mason jar, seal it tight, store it in a cool, dry place, and do a spoonful of that anytime you get a sore throat, anytime you get any kind of cold symptoms. The garlic and the honey are great. I believe they're antibacterial, antifungal. Um, I think it's antiviral too. So the combination of both of them are really good. But going back to Mother Mary and the divine feminine, it's all connected. So we're being called, we're too awake now, and we now know what we want from life. And we're asking Mother Mary, God, the universe, to bring it to us if it's in our highest. And this collaboration is going to be a part of it. Your current energy is creating your future. Here we go. And I kind of leaned forward and almost like fell into the counter here. I'm in like a bar stool seat, and I just feel like that's like somebody's moving towards you because your energy is so magnetic. It's like they're falling over you. They're so intrigued by you. They just want to be with you all the time. They want to be in your energy. That could be watching you online, that could be reading old messages, looking at old photos of you. You are in the flow. Stay there. 1212. I love the 1212 card. That's a little God wink saying, "Hey, you are so in a good state right now. Your vibration is so high, and I'm so proud of you. Stay there." Whoa, total interruption. OMG. That was like, ooh, tickly throat. Maybe that's that honey message again, too. Something with the throat chakras. The throat chakras are going to be clearing this week. People are going to be speaking up. Meditate, meditate, meditate. So, when we were talking about fear at the beginning of this reading, one of the best ways to overcome the ego and the mind, when the mind is racing and it's trying to find a solution, one of the best things that you guys can do is literally lay on your floor, lay on your couch, your bed, lay outside, and be as still as you can, not with the intention to meditate, to get a download or anything. Just be super, super still and let your mind just calm down. And maybe if you're in the sunshine, this is even better if you're in nature and you're letting your mind calm and calm and calm. Or maybe you're doing like an action outside. Maybe you're fishing. Maybe you're hunting. Maybe you are gardening. Maybe you're watering your flowers. but you're just doing something where your mind is starting to calm down. And this is one of the best ways to get into a flow state and to pause all fear. And also, low vibrations, you guys, they thrive off of fearful thoughts, negative thoughts, worrisome thoughts, doubt, comparison, judgment. If you're thinking any icky thoughts towards somebody, towards your life, towards yourself, you probably have a low vibration on you and it's making it worse. So if you go lay still in nature, nature is the fastest way to cleanse your energy. I say it all the time. You can go for a walk, you can just lay your hiney outside, and I'm telling you, you will feel something come off of you. You will feel an energy lift, and all of a sudden your thoughts are clear again and you're like, wow, I can't even find a negative thought now. How is this possible? Well, nature just took it off of you. Low vibrations cannot thrive in the sunshine. They cannot thrive on your body when you are being still or doing an action that involves no real thinking or fear, or no manic thoughts. Okay. So meditate, meditate, meditate. Trust the timing. Just like we said earlier, the divine timing of our lives is all planned out. You are not in charge of when this thing's coming in, of when this manifestation is about to arrive. And remember, that was the only card I picked out of the we just got windfall of money and release the past. That was the only card I picked out of my ever unfolding heart deck was your manifestation is about to arrive. And look, now we have windfall. Yay! And release the past. So when we're releasing the past, it's usually a person in our reality, a home, a car, clothing. We're just energetically letting go of something that is not a match to us and who we're becoming. So now that the divine feminine is rising, we're becoming somebody brand new and we're outgrowing our environments and the people connected to our environments. Okay. Butterfly spirit is here to bring you your new wings. So as we're rising, it's funny, we're rising out of it, right? We're releasing the past, and I said path again. So when we're releasing the past, it's almost like the caterpillar is living in the past life. It's like it's on the ground. And now we are rising and we're becoming this beautiful butterfly and we're able to fly anywhere now. We can go be with anybody. We can collaborate now. We can have a higher perspective like the giraffe because we're the butterfly and we're higher off the ground. We can see everything more clearly. So once you go through like an ego death, you're now seeing things more clearly. An ego death looks like 2 or 3 days, or maybe even just one day, or a couple hours in one day, where the inner critic inside of you gets really loud and you get scared and it's saying life is never going to get any better and you're going to be this way forever. You're going to be in suffering and you just don't even care. Why am I even doing this anymore? What's the point of life? Your ego is like literally kicking and screaming. And this is right before you're about to become the butterfly. So pay attention to these moments, journal them, say, oh my gosh, I'm in my ego so bad right now. And let me just see what happens tomorrow. Let me see where my mind space is tomorrow. And the best thing to do when you're in an ego death is to make sure it's an ego death and not a low vibration. So get your heinies in nature, lay down, walk. And after 20 minutes, if the ego is still loud, a lot of times that could just be a purging of an old pattern. When we become aware of a pattern that we've been doing, and all of a sudden we're aware of it and we're like, I don't want to do this anymore, or I'm going to leave this person or leave this job, the ego then follows it and says, no, 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 you're coming back here. You're coming back to this pattern. You're coming back to this job. I'm going to tell you that new step that you're going to take, the new you, it's never going to happen. You're never going to get the money. Your ego gets so tricky and it starts to tell you all these things that are not going to happen. Like all of your dreams are wash. It's never going to come true. And this is what happens when we're leveling up because we start to rise and the ego gets upset because it does not want you to change. If you rise, you no longer need it because you've risen out of it. You're now the butterfly, right? So it's almost like the ground doesn't serve a purpose for you anymore. And the ego was your ground before you ascended. That's a really good message. I've never said it that way before. Thank you, angels and guides. They're buzzing through me right now. Start the thing. And after you go through this ego death, you're going to be so inspired to create new things, to maybe revamp your spaces, your wardrobe. You're just going to have this new energy for life where, like, 2 days prior, you were like, what's the point? I don't want to do this anymore. And now all of a sudden, you're so excited to do everything. And that's how you know it's an ego death. It's because it's a total flip of your personality within like 2 days. And I always used to think I was crazy when that would happen. And then my mentor taught me that no, it's just my ego getting really, really heightened right before a breakthrough of my soul. You are loved. So in this process, Spirit just said, make sure you're taking baths, you're nurturing yourself, you're putting good food in your body, you are drinking lots of water, you're educating yourself on all of this, you're understanding why this is all happening. Because sometimes people are like, well, why do we have ego deaths? Why do we have to go through this? It's so painful. And it's because we're ascending. We're already on this path and we can't get off. You know, it's like a roller coaster ride. You're already in the seat and it's making its way up, and you just have to ride the wave. You have to ride the ride and just find a way to enjoy it. So educating yourself about the ride is so, so important. And that's why I started my channel, because I used to suffer so much and I never knew what was going on with me. And that's why my mentor came into my life. And I was like, I need to educate people who are going through this in their personal lives and they don't have a mentor. They don't have somebody spiritual in their community to talk to them about what's really going on with them. Because if you don't know that this is going on, you feel crazy. You feel like you have like a personality disorder or something, and you don't. You're just going through these waves of purging old patterns and old ways of thinking. Yes, 6 of fire. We have the victory card. This is 6 of wands. So you are being recognized for overcoming that mind, that ego, overcoming all of your patterns and your addictions, and you've done it and you've mastered it. It says victory, wise choices that bring public recognition and success, promotions, awards, or scholarships. So, literally, somebody's going to be rewarded this week. Maybe it's that windfall of money. Maybe it's a job offer, a new line of work, a new relationship, but somebody is watching you shine and you're being celebrated for it. It's public recognition. Okay, I just heard 2 more from this deck. This is, if I did not say it, I'm sorry. This is the Angel Wisdom Tarot. It's one of my favorite tarot decks. So many good messages, and it's always spot on for all of my readings. That's why I love it so much. Okay, this is about a relationship and a coming home. We have the 10 of Cups, and the rainbow is a sign here. So check out this card. It's a happy family card. The cups represent ultimate fulfillment. You are so activated and invigorated and feeling so good in this new space with these new people. It's the ant card, right? The collaboration. You're building a foundation with somebody, and it's going to lead to this beautiful home, a happy marriage, happily ever after, emotional contentment, a loving relationship with your children, raising children wisely and successfully, people you can trust. So going back to the beginning of this reading, when we were talking about children, this is us creating a stable home filled with love and education about fear, because we want to follow our fear. We want to do the hard thing. We want to know that, okay, if I'm scared here, there's a reason for it. There's a challenge here that I'm meant to overcome. So we want to build a home where we're talking to our children about their inner world. And we're not just, getting frustrated with them if they break something and they're like, are you going to love me? We're not just saying, no, I love you. Why do you say that? We're not blowing it off. We're sitting down with them and going, what made you think that? Have you felt that way before about me? And then we teach them how to give themselves love in that moment, and also know that we are their ground. And we say, hey, I am your ground and I'm never leaving you. Even if we are miles away, always know that I am the ground that you're standing on, and you can trust me. You can fall back on me. You can text me. You can call me anytime at any point in your life. No matter what you've done, I will still be the ground for you. And that's what we didn't get. A lot of us light workers, wounded healers, we didn't have that stability growing up. So Spirit is saying this week, we are being led to be the ground for our future children. Because what's happening in our schools, what's happening in our families, kids are needing us more than ever now to stand up and to be that solid force for them. And I just heard, listen to your children. If they don't want to go to school and if they want to be homeschooled, they are little intuitive beings. They know what's best for them. So we sometimes have to trust their inner guidance system and their body. And I shit you not, this is a little girl going to this new place. It looks like a home, but it's like a mansion. But this is my abundance card. The first sentence says, a windfall of abundance. Okay, so it says wise counsel or good fortune, an exciting career opportunity, a lucrative contract. Maybe you're buying a new home, significant purchases like a home or a vehicle. I didn't see that until I said it. So somebody has this happy marriage, contentment, this great new relationship that's coming in, maybe, or just stepping into a new environment that feels really peaceful, abundant, and content. And before you get there, you go through the Two of Swords. It's somebody deciding between two different options. They're like, I don't know which way to go. And it says, let me get my glasses on. It's a little dark in here. I don't know if this light is going to work. Yeah, it's not light enough for me. I have like a cute little light in front of me. It says, being unable or unwilling to make a decision, follow your own heart rather than trying to make others happy, pretending there is no problem, over analyzing a situation. So somebody's wanting to come towards you and to make this decision, but they've been over analyzing it, or maybe they're over analyzing the idea of this victory that they want to go towards, that maybe they want to do this new collaboration with somebody and they're just over analyzing it. They're like, I don't know, is this right for me? Can I trust this person? Trust is a big piece. Okay, we're going to do one final card from my angel deck, Archangel Michael. It's getting a little dark in here. You guys see the cool lights that the people that I'm living with, they have such good taste, and they have all these like beautiful lights around the house. And I believe at like 6:30 at night, they always pop on. They're on a timer and I love it. And there's like a speaker in every room, so I can hook up my music in every single room. It's awesome. Okay. And look, OMG, you guys, another rainbow and the colors. Be the real you. This is so good. Your greatest power comes from being who you truly are. Don't let anyone sway you from expressing your authentic self. Final message here: embrace all of your colors. Be who you are. Share your gifts with the world. And that's when you feel like you're at home with yourself, even if you don't have a husband or a wife or kids, or maybe you do, but everything is going to feel more peaceful when you are true to who you are, embracing your light fully. All right, lovies, abundance is coming your way this week. Stay in the flow. All the pieces are going to come together. Your manifestation is about to arrive. That whiteboard, every morning when you wake up, it is there in front of you. What are you co-creating? What are you putting on that board? And trust that the Lamb is going to speak to you through children, through music, through me. If you book a reading with me, universe and God is always speaking to us through the different sources of our reality. And then be the giraffe, look at the bigger picture, say, why is this happening? Why is this happening to my children? How can I teach love in this situation? And divine feminines, we are rising this week. So step into your power, remember your light, and embrace all of who you are. All right, lovies, like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell. I'm sending you so much love. Thank you so much for supporting me, my daughter, and our channel. And we will see you in the next one. Bring on that money this week. Peace out.